poison? Listen, I have been offering tips, strategies, nutritional choices, ideas, concepts for people, for patients, to help them reverse their health challenges for nearly 30 years, since 1983. What is that? That's over 30 years, if you include my 3 years as a student, my 4 years as a pharmacy student. Over 30 years. I know a lot about supplementation. I know a lot about formulation. I know a lot about nutrition in the body. And when I see an idea or strategy or formulation or product work over and over and over again, when I see it work repeatedly to address and reverse degenerative diseases, I notice that. And I want you to notice it too. When I tell you to take a product, or I recommend, I don't tell you to take a product. I suggest a product. I recommend a product. It's not because I make 10 cents on the product or 20 cents because I have a longevity distributorship. It's because I'm a healthcare professional. I've seen the results, not once, not twice, not 100 times, maybe hundreds, maybe thousands of times. Results like, this is from the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, results like drops in blood pressure, weight loss, people reducing or entirely eliminating their prescription medication, results like feeling more energy. This is from the Beyond Tangy Tangerine that's supposedly poisoned. More restful sleep, better sex, lower blood sugar, results like just feeling better. So when I read an article posted by some anonymous source, or even an expert for that matter, but especially somebody who's not even telling you who he is, especially one that's as weakly supported as this article, if you will, and when I compare it to what I've seen with my own eyes, what I know with my own eyes, it's very difficult for me to take this thing seriously. If this guy said to me, well, there are people who are dying from this poison BTT stuff. I've seen people dying. I've seen the agony. It's caused suffering. It's caused misery. That's one thing. If he said that, he's seen people suffering and in agony and poison from Beyond Tangy Tangerine with the same sense of personal experience that I have when I tell you about blood pressure dropping and pounds falling off and energy increasing and appetite being suppressed and medication reduction. When I tell you about these things that I've witnessed personally, more times than I can count, if he said that he knew that the BTT was poison based on his own experience with the same kind of certitude that I have when I tell you I've seen this stuff work, then I would start to pay attention. Then I would take this guy seriously. But to simply rip on a product with no backing that so many people find valuable, to rip and try to dissuade people from using a nutritional supplement that so many people have made an important part of their daily lives and their nutritional program by quoting some supposed results about levels of a substance that somebody from the government may consider problematic. Number one, that's not fair. And number two, it smacks of an agenda or an ulterior motive. Number one, it's depriving people or potentially depriving people of a powerful source of nutrition that can change their lives. And number two, it smells bad. It smells like he's got some kind of ulterior motive. But of course, we have freedom of the press and freedom of expression, and people can say whatever they want, and they can make whatever claims they want. And just like they said in ancient Rome, caveat emptor, let the buyer beware. Always be careful. As Ronald Reagan said, trust yet verify. As they say in Islam, trust in God or trust in Allah, but tether the camel. So everybody gets to say what they want. Everybody gets to promote what they want. We have to assess the claims, and we have to assess the facts for ourselves. All right, at the bottom of the hour, we're going to talk to Dr. Andrew Harley. He's a PhD geologist and soil chemist. He specializes in nutritional minerals, and we're going to clarify this whole subject of minerals, their various forms, plant-derived minerals, and the relevance of the various forms to health and toxicity. And got a couple calls here. We'll try to get some calls before a break, and then we'll talk to Dr. Harley. Wesley in Ohio, good morning. What's up, buddy?
Yes, looking at a comparative digestive tract that I found on the internet. It's part of a book by Dr. Vogleton. It's a comparison of the digestive tract of a human, dog, and sheep. And guess what? The human and the dog are virtually identical, with just major difference is that the human has an appendix, the dog does not. Is it not fair to assume then the dog is a carnivore? Are humans carnivores too?
Humans are omnivores. Read The Omnivore's Dilemma. Michael Pollan. Humans do everything. Humans and rats are opportunistic eaters. They're the two major opportunistic eaters of the animal kingdom. We eat anything. And that's because we're built to survive. And that's a good thing, and it's also a bad thing. It's a good thing in the sense that we can eat anything and we can survive on anything. It's a bad sense is because we do eat anything and they feed us anything. At least our industrial food model feeds us anything. So to answer your question, Wesley, first of all, dogs are used in pharmaceutical testing. That's one of the major animals they use for drug company testing for drugs because their biochemistry is very similar to humans. And then to answer your question specifically, no, we are omnivores. We eat anything, opportunistic eaters, not just carnivores, although certainly we are designed to eat meat. So sorry, vegetarians, the fact of the matter is our digestive tract is supposed to eat meat. It's supposed to eat anything, really, but including meat. Does that answer your question, Wesley?
I guess, do dogs like to eat vegetables then? Can they?
Sometimes, not as a rule, but yes, indeed. I've had personally, I've had dogs that ate carrots and cabbage, and I've seen dogs and cats too, for that matter. It's not their preferred source of food, but they've been domesticated like we have, and you'll eat a lot of different things that's not in their natural diet in the wild. I got to move on, Wesley. Thank you so much, buddy. Thanks for calling. Appreciate it very much. All right, Farhan, Virginia. Welcome to the bright side. What's going on?
Hey, Ben. I'm a first-time caller. What I really wanted to know was, where does the taurine come from in the Rebound FX? And I had a couple more questions, if you could answer that, please.
Taurine is a very simple molecule. It's probably synthesized. I'm not sure where taurine comes from, but it is probably synthesized. It would be my guess. I don't believe it's a natural. I don't believe it comes from food. It probably is synthesized. The taurine molecule it's one of the smaller amino acids. It's not difficult to make in an industrial setting. It's a derivative of another amino acid called cysteine. I'm guessing it's probably manufactured. I'm not sure exactly. What were you thinking?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm a Muslim, so I couldn't really eat the natural taurine where it comes from.
You can eat this one. This would not be an animal-derived taurine. Although taurine is, as you point out, taurine is an animal-derived amino acid. It's found in meat. Torah means bull. It was first found in ox bile, but it's probably synthetic.
Great. I actually called in because Nasima asked me to call in to get my questions answered when I emailed the site. Another question I had was, what are your thoughts on plant-based proteins versus whey? And what are the best supplements for weightlifters?
Okay, plant-based proteins can't even hold a candle to whey, and I'll tell you why. First of all, everything has protein. Vegetables have protein, animal products have protein, everything has protein. Protein's everywhere, it's ubiquitous. However, the benefits of whey protein is, and egg protein for that matter, is they're building proteins. They contain high concentrations of building amino acids. This will answer your second question. And they also contain factors. And factors are not amino acids, they're not protein, or they're proteins, but they're not amino acids. And they do various things. And I'll finish up when we come back because we got to take a commercial break. So hang on. Sorry if we left you on hold. You can call us back tomorrow. We got Dr. Andrew Harley in the bottom of the hour. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back after this.
Worried about getting sick and feeling terrible for days or even weeks? You need Immudyne for a healthy immune system. Why get sick and bother with products that just don't work? For just $1 a day, Immudyne is all natural and safe for all lifestyles. Call 866-257-8668 to buy now before it's too late, before you get sick. Or go to IMMUDYNE.com, Immudyne.com, or call 866-257-8668.
Are you hungry for delicious, nutritious, rich, and satisfying home-cooked meals? Discover the Vita Clay 4-in-1 Smart Organic Cooker. Unglazed Zisha Clay, an ancient secret that makes this fast multi-cooker so special. Infusing your food with incredible flavors, perfect texture, vitamins, and minerals for your good health. It's a slow cooker, rice cooker, a steamer, plus a yogurt maker. Go to VitaClayChef.com and enter promo code RADIO20 for 20% off at checkout. That's VitaClayChef.com.
You pick up the receiver. With your heart racing and sweat dripping from your forehead, you finally muster the courage to dial the number to call into your favorite talk radio show. It rings once, twice, and then...
Hello, it's GCN. What's your name and the state you're calling from?
Surprised you got through, you squeak out.
Jason from Minnesota.
Please hold.
As you patiently wait for your turn, you begin to daydream about being a famous talk radio host and what it would be like to have your own show.
Jason from Minnesota, you're up.
Millions of loyal listeners worldwide waiting to call and talk to you.
Caller, are you there?
Cheering crowds surround you, calling out your name.
Jason! Jason!
Going once, twice. Okay, we gotta move on to the next caller.
You blew it.
Huh? Wait, no!
Interact with the host you're listening to right now, online at GCNlive.com. Click on the community link. Engage with other listeners. Ask questions. Start debates. Don't agree with the host? Let them know. Be a part of the community at GCNlive.com.
We live in a complicated society. Stressful issues are always popping up. Have you ever been treated unfairly by someone? Have you ever been overcharged for a repair? Have you ever signed a contract or a document worried about identity theft? How many times have you been in those unique situations where you just wanted to call an attorney to find out if you're right or wrong, or what your legal rights are? But every time you think about calling an attorney, what do you think about first? That's right. Who do you call, and how much will it cost? Our friends at Legal Shield have found a solution. With a nationwide network of 6,900 attorneys who average 19 years of experience, Legal Shield's law firms take over 40,000 calls per week helping their members. For less than $20 per month, you can have access to Legal Shield on everything from the trivial to the traumatic. Let Legal Shield stand up for your rights at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com. Or call 855-340-SAVE, 855-340-7283.
Results will vary from case to case.
Yeah?
Did you want to see me, sir?
Well, I did, but now that I do, I'm not so sure.
Sir?
Johnson, I got a mission for you that could change your life.
Oh, good, sir.
It involves traveling halfway around the world without so much as half a clue of where you're going or what you're going to do when you get there.
Situation normal, sir?
Uh-huh. But I'll be leading this mission, Johnson, so I'll be telling you what to do.
You, sir?
That's right, Johnson, and I say first things first.
Oh, good plan, sir.
And what I say is first is food. Always remember that, Johnson. Food is a big deal.
Sir, my brother-in-law can get us a really good deal on some surplus MREs.
Johnson, if you've got half a brain and that empty head of yours, you'll call the freeze-dry guy like I did. That food is better for you, it rehydrates faster, and it's good, Johnson. And it keeps for up to 30 years.
Will we be gone that long, sir?
I hope not. Now get your supplies organized and meet me down to the pier at dawn on Sunday. We sail at sunrise.
Yes, sir.
This adventure is brought to you by the Freeze Dry Guy. Call 866-404-3663 or visit freezedryguy.com.
Alex Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. So many other formulations out there contain toxic ingredients, synthetic additives, and even GMOs. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Now is the time to secure Ancient Defense for you and your family. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
Free from the shackles of corporate America, we're the place for independent thinkers. GCN.
Okay, we are back on the bright side. We'll get to Dr. Harley here in just a minute. I want to finish up with Farhan. Farhan was talking about the difference. He asked me about the difference between plant proteins and animal proteins. And here's the big difference. First of all, plants do contain protein. They just don't contain the building proteins that you'll find in whey and egg specifically. Whey and egg are the two primal building proteins, the two primary building proteins. That's because an egg is basically a cell, and a cell, it's an egg cell, and cells are meant to divide and grow, so it has everything you need to divide and grow. For a cell to divide and grow, and that includes something called growth factors, as well as protective factors, antibiotic factors. These factors are not the same as protein, not the same as amino acids. They're peptides. They're strings of amino acids, and they're only found in dairy and egg. And by the way, this is what makes dairy and egg protein problematic, because sometimes these peptides or these strings of amino acids that are only found in dairy and whey, because they're active, they can set off an immune response. So that makes them problematic, and it makes them very, very important, especially for building. Vegetarians, I'm sorry, there's no vegetables that contain these kinds of things, these kinds of elements, these kinds of factors, growth factors specifically, and also antibiotic factors or antiseptic factors, and also factors that stimulate the development of the digestive tract and improve the environment of the digestive tract as it regards probiotics and bacteria. Only whey, or dairy I should say, and whey especially because it's so packed,